Now, let's talk about, talking of looking down on people. ITV, when we watched Carolyn McCall, the CEO, talking about how they didn't know anything, and they tried to ask a lot of questions about what they didn't know about, but they still didn't find anything out, no matter how many questions they asked. She was put on the spot about this phrase, tower block Tracy's, that supposedly is the phrase that they use inside of ITV to describe their sort of daytime audience. She denied that she'd ever heard the phrase. John Nicholson, the MP, wouldn't let her away with it, but apparently loads of viewers have said that they're now going to switch off as a result.
Well, the thing is, old Dame Carolyn and Kevin Lygo, the head of ITV, they reeled back in horror. Whoa, no, we would never do. No, perish the thought. Yeah, rubbish. Anyone in journalism knows that story is true.
Yeah.
And I actually don't particularly decry this morning's staff for cleverly and carefully identifying their audience. That's what this is about. It's a bit contemptuous of the people they think are watching, but I'm afraid that's what journalists do. That's why John Nicholson, a journalist, told a story that rings incredibly true with every journalist in the country. So thank you for your denials, Dame Carolyn, but I'm not buying it.
Yeah, I mean, John Nicholson gets the Holier Than Now award. As somebody said to me on the day that he appeared, this is the only way he's ever going to get on TV again, because he's been sort of dumped by various different organisations, and he really has it in for an awful lot of people, does Nicholson. And, I mean, he knows that mostly people outside of the bubble of media, which is a different bubble from Westminster, know these stories are true, but most of the rest of the people in the country don't care.
Yeah, they wouldn't really care, but I can imagine that some of the audience of this morning will be thinking, well, if that's the way they talk about us, I'm not going to watch this programme anymore. But I thought John Nicholson, I mean, he is a bit pompous, to say the least, but he proved he was the only journalist on the culture, media, sport committee, and he proved it. He's the only one who did research. He's the only one that came up with a really interesting question. He looked into it and he nailed them. So that was a journalist.
Yeah, I thought the whole thing was
his colours.
I thought the whole thing was a bit uncomfortable for ITV. I presume this will not be the end of it, will it?
Well, really bad. I mean, if you examine what Dame Carolyn, the chief executive, and what Kevin Lygo said, it's full of contradictions. We did launch an investigation, but that investigation proved that we didn't need to investigate. Eh? What are you talking about?
Not much of an investigation then.
Yeah, and by the way, I'm sure that ITV shareholders are absolutely thrilled to learn that they are now paying for Phillip Schofield's counselling.
Right.
Multimillionaire Phillip Schofield's counselling after the trauma he suffered lying through his teeth about his appropriate relationship with a young male colleague. I mean, ITV are paying for his counselling. He's a multi-millionaire. He lied to you. What's going on here?
It is. I mean, they should just start a new series called Hypocrisy Tower. And, it could be the best soap opera of all time. It's starring Holly Willoughby, Phillip Schofield, Carolyn McCall, Kevin Lygo, maybe a sort of a cameo role for John Nicholson.
Yeah, it is like watching a slow-motion car crash. Feels slightly sorry for them, but not that much.
Now...